if you talk to me about DNA testing for our children, it's a big ground for divorce. I want to believe they are social media banters. I really want to believe that the things that these men discuss on Twitter or Instagram, they don't actually apply it in real life, because those are grounds. Like, some women who go extreme to say those are grounds for divorce during the dating phase is something that has to be brought up. But are you like, you don't have anything else to talk about? Because
first of all, but anyways, I have a different opinion about that. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back again to another sit down with me video. Today's video is totally different because we are going to be reacting. We are going to be analyzing, dissecting dynaekwueme's video. But before I dive into that, I want to introduce myself. Just in case you're seeing this beautiful face for the first time, my name is Lorraine. I'm a Nigerian based in Sweden. And secondly, please ignore any voice you're going to be hearing in the background, okay? My kids are here and I'm lodged in a hotel in a room. So there is no way you won't hear their voice, and they have cough and all of that stuff. Please pardon me because I'm a mom. I can't evict that. So if you don't know who dynaekwueme is, Dyna is a mommy vlogger based in Saudi Arabia. She recently moved to Saudi Arabia. And she's a Nigerian, okay? She's a big YouTuber here on this platform, and she's somebody that I love watching her videos. In fact, I watch more of her talking videos than her vlogs because she just has this charming personality, and she have a way of, you know, putting her words together and just, you know. So anyways, she came up with this podcast called Talk to Me Nice, and our first episode was launched yesterday, and which is about paternity fraud going on in Nigeria, going on in the world, because there have been a lot of banter, a lot of, you know, opinions. Everybody have a lot to say about this particular issue about paternity fraud in the society in Nigeria, and it's a lot and a lot. I'm going to talk about one point Diana made that I think I have a different opinion about. She said, if her husband, for example, you know, come to her and tell her that, oh, he wants to have a paternity test to be sure that these kids are for him, or probably he's having a doubt, and he sits her down or sat her down and talk about it with her, that she's going to be very angry. She's going to be very mad. It is better, you know, he do it behind her back without her knowing. Go for the test if you feel like he's having doubt, or you really want to be sure that these kids belong to him. It's better he go do the test behind her back without her knowing, not to hurt her feelings, because she's been loyal. She never cheated. There is nothing to point at that she cheated or she's disloyal, or she has not been, you know, handling her mom duty or her wifey duty properly. So if he's coming up with that kind of a thing, probably because of social media banter and things going on social media right now, and we know that a lot of men will want to dive into this particular test because of what is going on social media, not because they have any doubts about their partner. And this might ruin a lot of marriages. Believe me, the trust might be gone. But anyways, I have a different opinion about that, which the reason I am making this video. For me, if my husband come to me and sits me down, you know, and tell me, oh, he wants to go for a paternity test, he wants to be really sure that this kid is taken care of, he has been taken care of, you know, he has dedicated his life onto them, he wants to be sure that he's the father of the kids. For me, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I might have to ask him a lot of questions, you know. It might hurt me a little bit, but I'll scratch that, okay, because he deserves to know. He deserves to be sure that these kids are for him, you know. I will not have like a real problem with it. The only way I'm going to have a problem is him conducting the test without my knowledge, without my consent. And I find out, hey God, I find out about that. That is where I'm going to have a problem, you know. It's better you just sit me down, tell me about it. We talk about it. And I want to know where all of these things is coming from, where all of this doubt is coming from, all of a sudden, you know. I want to get it from your own perspective, from your own point of view. I want to know why you want to go for the test. You know, we talk about it like couples. And if I feel like it's okay for me, I don't have a problem with that. It's okay. Go ahead. Let's conduct it. And while you are having your paternity test, we are going to have, you know, we are going to do some tests as well to be sure that the kids are for me too, because they can be swapped from the hospital, you know, and anything can go wrong during delivery, you know, in the hospital, especially in Nigeria. You know, I don't have a problem with that. The only place I have a problem with is him going to conduct it at my back without my consent. Man, I'm going to be really, really mad. I'm going to be very, very angry. That's my cost our marriage, okay? And Diana said that it might not be a ground of for divorce. You know, everybody have the way they handle things. Like for her, she would prefer the man, you know, conducting the tests behind her back without her knowing, not to hurt her feelings. For me, I feel like doing it behind my back and I find out, it will hurt my feelings, because there's no way I will not find out. So it's better you just sit me down, I will talk about it, we'll scratch it, and I give you the go ahead to go do it. In fact, we'll go together to go conduct the test, you know. And if I find out you didn't tell me without my consent, you go do such tests without my consent, and I find out, I'm going to be really, really mad, and it might be a ground for divorce. You know, it might be a ground for divorce, because I don't trust you. I don't trust you anymore. If you can take such decision without telling me, it means that, you know, you've taken a lot of decisions behind my back. A lot of heavy, serious decisions without my consent, you know. So the trust is gone. I don't trust you anymore in terms of making decision. In fact, I don't trust you anymore because I feel like probably you are projecting your insecurities on me, you know, because I found out that some men, you know, they cheat. They cheat a lot. And they know deep down their hearts that their wife is not cheating. But because of their insecurity, because of how they cheat outside, you know, they go about with different women, they might be having this low self-esteem or this insecurity in them that probably my wife might be doing the same thing I'm doing. So some of them might come up with this DNA stuff because of the kind of lifestyle they live, because of who they are, and project their insecurities on their wife and their kids, you know. But for me, about that, I don't have a problem. So let's dive right into the next point, or the next agenda she brought up in terms of women. I think she talked about this years ago. In terms of women marrying men that are ready, not the men they love. I totally agree on that, because a lot of Nigerian women marry the men. I think I've talked about this on my channel as well, but the video has been deleted. A lot of Nigerian women marry the men that is ready, not the men they love. You know why? Because the society has made it so, you know. The society have already groomed women or young girls to be a wife. You know, growing up, you've already been groomed to be a housewife. You have to do this, you have to do that. When you get married, this is what you're supposed to do, this is what you're not supposed to do, you know. So, and when you get to a certain age, the society are already requesting for you to get married. They want you to get married. You know, that pressure is already on you as a woman, as a Nigerian. I'm talking about Nigeria because this is where I grew up and this is my culture. You know, the pressure is already on you that you have to get married. You have to be married. You know, this aspect of your life has to be fulfilled. If you are not married, if they see you as a failure, you know. So the pressure is already on the female gender in Nigeria. Like, you have to get married. That is why you see a lot of women, they don't really marry who they love. They marry who is ready. Who is ready in terms of, you might be in love with this person and is not financially capable. Most of we Nigerian ladies, we go for a man that most or some of us go for a man that we know that is capable of taking care of us and taking care of the kids. You know, that is why we don't really go for love, the person we love, because the person we love might not be able or financially capable of taking care of a family, you know, like falling in love in the uni or high school, your high school lover and all of that stuff. Probably the person might still be in the same level with you, earning the same money, not like buoyant enough to be able to take care of family, your kids, and all of that stuff. You've put that into consideration. So you go for who is ready, who is, able to take care of you, and you'll be comfortable. You know that your kids are secured. They are not going to suffer. They are not going to go to hassle and all of that hard life. So that is why a lot of Nigerian ladies go for the men that is ready, not the ones they love. And I can say this for a fact that some firstborn in every family in Nigeria, some, please don't quote me wrong, first child belong to their exes, not for the man they marry, because a lot of them have, or a lot of we Nigerian ladies already have a lover that we love so much, but one way or the other, we are not able to end up with that person. And in some situation, they might be pregnant for that person, or they might still be having an affair with that ex, and while being married. So, like, the percentage of the first child in every Nigerian home, some first child in every Nigerian home is high, in the Nigerian society, that it doesn't belong to the husband, it belongs to their exes. So it's not me, it's just the percentage, what is going around. So I totally agree on that, because a lot of we Nigerian ladies, we just get married to who is ready, not who we really love at that point of our life, because of the pressure on the female gender. And she talked about something as well. The third thing I picked on is on Twitter, there are some group of guys saying that this is going to be a ground of discussion in terms of going into relationship, courtship, like asking that question in the first date, if the woman does not have a problem in terms of going for DNA tests when they eventually get married and have kids. I'm just like, when she said it, I'm just like, who raised some of these men? Like, how can you even make that a topic of discussion in a first date? Like, if you bring up that, is a red flag already, because you've already there is no relationship anymore. Because why are you bringing up such discussion, such sensitive talk in the first date? Like, when we eventually we don't even know if we are going to end up together. But even if we end up together, when we eventually have kids, are you going to agree to us having a DNA test? It sounds so weird. It sounds so weird. That is so funny. I don't know the kind of men that this generation is raising. I don't know. Some of them just have some kind of toxic opinion, toxic discussion, toxic mindset. I don't want to believe that some of these things they talk about happens in real life. Like, they take it to real life. I just want to believe that it's just a social media banter. Yeah, I just want to believe that it's a social media banter. And also, I also want to talk about DNA test being a necessity, compulsory for every Nigerian home. In fact, immediately after delivery, a DNA test should be conducted automatically, like immediately after delivery. I think the Nigerian government should put this in place immediately after delivery, or taking child custody. Like, a DNA test should be conducted immediately, or when the parents give birth, you want to take custody of your kids, like it is in Western world, a DNA test should be conducted, so that no man deserves to, father a child that does not belong to him. Nobody deserves that. No man deserves that. No man deserves to go through such torture, such trauma, such emotional torture, emotional trauma. No man deserves to go through that. So I think it should be a necessity and should be compulsory that, every Nigerian family should, conduct DNA test after delivery, or while taking custody of the kids, a DNA test should be conducted. Just the same way it is in the Western world. But if you feel like, oh, you don't want to conduct a DNA test, you want to take custody, you trust your wife, it's okay. But I feel like a DNA test should be a necessity and should be compulsory in Nigeria for Nigerian men to always conduct DNA tests. I'm not against it. Every man deserves to know that they are the father of their kids, at least they should know what they are suffering for. They should know that they are dedicating their life to this to these kids, and these kids belong to me, not to someone else, And if you're a lady and you have kids for another man and you pin it to another man, that is so wicked and that is so bad of you. Please repent, because karma is waiting for you. Don't do that. Don't do that. No man deserves such, And I also want to talk about something. I feel like we Nigerian women, sometimes on social media, we are so sentimental in terms of our judgment. We want to make everything about ourselves. Even if some sensitive topic comes up that has to do with men, and, we should understand from their own perspective, but we always want to make everything about us. We are always right. We are always the victim. We are always this. No, men go through a lot as well, So, and I think no man deserves to go through this particular paternity fraud. No man, no matter how bad the man is, no man deserves to go through such a thing, So these are just my points, me reacting and analyzing this particular video. If you agree with me, please drop it in the comment section. If you agree with dynaekwueme's point of view, drop it in the comment section. And I totally enjoy filming this video, and I think I'm going to be reacting, analyzing Dinah's podcast, because I think I love this particular topic, So you guys are going to be seeing more of me analyzing Talk to Me Nice by dynaekwueme. I will see you guys in another video of mine. Thank you so much for joining this video. If you haven't like, share, subscribe, do all of those good stuff. And I will see you guys in another video of mine. Bye-bye.